Northeast PA in 2026 is not what it was a few years ago. Some people say it's getting expensive, others say it's still a steal. The truth, it depends where you're coming from and what you're looking for. So let's break down 26 things that you need to know before buying, moving, or investing in any PA in 2026. Here we go. I'm Ireland, and thanks so much for coming by the Living in NEPA channel, where we talk about what it's like to live, move, and invest here in Northeast Pennsylvania. We're also a team of realtors, and we would absolutely love a chance to win your real estate business. So please give us a call, text, or email anytime. Our phone and email are right there on the screen. Number 1, cost of living is still a major advantage. NEPA remains significantly more affordable than surrounding metro areas. Buyers are coming from New Jersey, New York, and other surrounding areas to live in a place where you can get more house for less money. And that applies to both buying and renting. Just a quick fact sheet, the average residential home price is about $250,000, which is going to get you a 3-bed, 2-bath house. And the Pocono counties have an average sale price point of about $350,000. When you compare this to New York or New Jersey's average price points, you're paying at least a half, if not a third of the price to buy a home here rather than the more expensive surrounding areas. Some clients I speak with are often shocked at how much more home they can afford here, especially when they're relocating. Number 2, remote work increased buyer demand. So the work from home and hybrid schedules brought in people who don't need to live near big cities anymore. This shift increased demand, especially for homes that are move-in ready. Now, I know things are changing a bit to the point where, people are being asked to go back to work. I'm just talking about those jobs that are flexible, whether it's a 7-day work from home job or a 3-day. Number 3, towns are close to each other. Our area is made up of a bunch of small towns and municipalities, with the exception of Scranton and Wilkes-Barre. And if you go another 30 minutes south, Hazleton is the next big city there. Essentially, the main area where the town and cities are is the Scranton-Wilkes-Barre area, and that's split in half by the Susquehanna River. But to get to these other towns, it might take you a 5 to 10 minute drive, not even, depending on where you are. But the Poconos is probably about a 30 to 60 minute drive, depending on how far east you want to go. For example, I may or may not drive 15 to 20 minutes to my favorite local coffee shop every week instead of driving 5 minutes to Starbucks, because really it's not that far as it may seem. That's why I say I cover Luzerne and Lackawanna, Carbon, and Monroe counties, because these counties make up the majority of our area and the towns in it. Number 4, NEPA is conveniently and not conveniently located near everything. Our area is an extremely convenient location to access anything you really want to do. By this, I mean shopping, restaurants, groceries, entertainment, nightlife, outdoor, indoor activities. They're all located pretty much within 30 minutes, more or less. Are you looking for an airport? We have a small one called the Scranton-Wilkes-Barre Airport, which actually has a direct flight to Florida and some other specific places, or you might just have one stop, whatever, right? Newark and Philly airports are about 2 hours each away, so no big deal if you get bored. You can just go fly somewhere for a week. New York City, Jersey, and Philly are the main areas people want to go, and again, are about 2 hours away, more or less, with or without traffic. On the flip side, you can find a place here that's rural and with space and not many neighbors or street lights. You could have your own real life Farmville with chickens and other animals if you really wanted to, however you want to do it. But again, still conveniently located, but you might need to drive a little further for necessities, and you probably won't be able to Uber or DoorDash late night. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows, right? I mean, I've never had that experience before, but you never know until you try, right? Number 5, Scranton and Wilkes-Barre are seeing revitalization. There are many towns putting in improvements, new businesses, and residential development that is changing how people view the area and living in Northeast PA. They are constantly building and revamping buildings, businesses, and other public areas in the different towns that make up Northeast PA. Big and small businesses make a huge impact on our area, from small-owned businesses like coffee shops, pizza parlors or big name brands like Dave & Buster's, Wingstop, Wawa, Sheetz, Hobby Lobby, you name it. Our entire area is seeing more revitalization now more than ever. Number 6, inventory is tight, but it's not a dead market. Supply is low and demand is high, but we're not in much of a bid 20 to 30,000 over ask, 50 offers, waive inspections kind of market. Mainly a good strategy that gets homes in a multiple offer situation is pricing it a little bit under market to get more traction. I'm seeing this trend a lot, and more times than not, it works. In this market currently, but good homes still exist, right? So we say that timing and preparation matter more than ever. If you're a buyer and you may need to move quickly and you may need to be ready when a good property hits the market that checks your boxes. However, I could definitely see it picking up in the next month or two, especially with the talk of lower interest rates, but I don't have a crystal ball. I'm eager to see what happens. You know the game though, when rates drop, prices hop. They go up, all right? So pick your poison, I guess. Number 7, multifamily properties are in high demand. Owner-occupants and investors who are maybe newer to investing or don't have a huge portfolio yet, capital, are competing for multifamilies in the 2 to 4 unit range due to the rental demand and the income potential and growth here. A lot more people want a house hack. Actually, I'm currently selling a duplex that a first-time homebuyer is buying, so that's a little bit of an example of what's happening in real time. I work with a lot of investors, more than residential buyers, and I'm definitely seeing the demand for buying multifamily here at such a high because it's cheaper to buy, cheaper to fix anything if you need, and the profit margin is way higher than something you'll get somewhere else. And that goes for a 2-family or a 30-unit building. Number 8, short-term rentals are existing with rules. So the Poconos and surrounding areas are still active for short-term rentals, but zoning and township regulations are stricter. Researching or talking with a knowledgeable agent like myself is critical before buying. Why? Well, this is going to sum it up. Some townships allow short-term rentals while the HOAs do not. Some HOAs allow short-term rentals, but the townships do not. Some HOAs are split into 2 different townships. Some townships only have so many short-term rental permits they're allowed to give out, and if you buy a property without double checking that they still have them available and they don't, then you are SOL. Yes, confusing, I know. But that's why it's important to be educated and have someone there to guide you through that market and process. Number 9, property and transfer taxes vary township by township. 2 homes a mile apart can have drastically different tax bills. Taxes are often impacting monthly payments more than the purchase price itself. Transfer taxes for most areas here are 2% split between buyer and seller, 1% each. But some, like Scranton and Wilkes-Barre, they'll have a higher transfer tax percentage. In some areas, sewer and sanitary are separate bills, as well as your water bill and rainwater taxes. And depending on where you buy, you might also be required to pay a levy fee and maybe even flood insurance. These aren't the same in every town. It really depends on where you're going to buy, but I'll save that for a different video. All right, next up is number 10. Location strongly influences value. You probably know this already, but if you are a buyer that is strongly influenced by location, as in school district, proximity to certain places like grocery stores, hospitals, daycares, highway access, etc., then the location you buy in is going to determine how much you pay for a home here. On the flip side of that, sellers, location is about the number one thing that buyers will look at when purchasing. Where is your home located? Is it close to the highway, or is it right up against the highway or a main road? Are you located near or next to a gas station or a convenience store? Do you have access to a main street or only by a small alley road? Are you on a flat road or a steep hill? Because who's going to shovel that snow, and what happens when it freezes and it ices over? All of these things are going to be taken into consideration by a buyer, and also when your house gets appraised. Number 11, NEPA is a commuter sweet spot. Many people commute part-time to New Jersey or New York, but come home to quieter living and lower housing costs. For example, you can comfortably rent a single-family home here, for around $1,500 to $1,800 on average. There's some that are higher, instead of paying $3,000 for a tiny apartment in Manhattan. But hey, everyone's priorities are different. Number 12, 4 distinct seasons are a big lifestyle draw. I have talked with so many people about this area being a 4 seasons area and how they are drawn to it. This is a major selling point for people relocating or moving back from other areas. Being a 4-season location, you can get the best of 4 worlds every single year. And since it's been like that since, well, forever, NEPA is more than prepared to give you activities to do year-round. Number 13, first-time buyers still have opportunities. Yes, they do. We have programs, grants, and creative strategies that still make home ownership possible. Speaking with the right realtor and especially lender can make a difference between achieving that homeowner dream and not. We have a lot of first-time homebuyer programs that can get you to this dream faster, so definitely reach out if you're interested in knowing more about it. Pro tip, local lenders have the most knowledge on first-time homebuyer grants and programs. Number 14, not every house is a bidding war. Social media makes it look like there's chaos everywhere, but I'm here to give you a gentle but firm reality check. Some homes sit, some homes fly, and knowing the difference is going to save you a lot of money and stress. For example, the days of $20,000 to $30,000 over asking, all cash, no contingencies, waiving inspection, 14-day close is not really what's happening right now. Sellers are getting more realistic, and actually some are pricing a little under market with the hope of getting that multiple offer situation. But even then, guess what? Buyers are not really bidding up your house that much higher, sometimes starting lower, if not right at what you're asking for. Usually the $5,000 to $10,000 range over ask is much more common currently here in this market. Number 15, NEPA is not low maintenance living. Northeast PA has real seasons and they impact your house. The last few winters were pretty mild, but this year is a reminder that that's not always the case. We've had multiple snowfalls already and rough winter weather. Cold, ice, heat, and humidity all take a toll, so maintenance is a year-round thing here. Frozen pipes happen, AC runs hard in the summer, and utility bills spike in extreme temperatures. NEPA might be lower cost, lower to buy, but it's definitely not low maintenance. Number 16, outdoor lifestyle is a huge selling point. Hiking, skiing, lakes, trails, dams, and parks are very close by, and this is one of the many reasons why people come to the area to live, even to visit. They want to be outdoors and have access to do these things year-round. We have really cool nature trails and other areas to be outside about 3 seasons out of the year, and it's really pretty come fall time when the leaves are changing color. One of the main roads that goes through the area actually takes you from the city of Wilkes-Barre and the surroundings all through the Poconos is called 115, and along this road alone there's so many pull-offs with walking and hiking trails you can do. Even if you're not going to stay, many people will visit the area to enjoy the summer activities and or winter activities. All right, number 17, historic homes are common. Northeast PA has beautiful older homes with character, but they come with older systems, layouts, and maintenance considerations. For example, some homes in the area still run on oil heat, and believe it or not, some still have coal and wood stoves. Yikes. You may also see a railroad-style bedroom setup, which means there's one bedroom that is only accessed through another. Convenient? No. Common? Kinda. Now, I'm not saying that significant slanting or tilting of a home is okay, but because a lot of these homes are 75 to 100, even over 100 years old, you can expect to see some settlement with them. So if there is some uneven flooring here and there. Number 18, unfinished basements are normal here. So unlike other markets, unfinished basements are extremely common and not usually a deal breaker. It may or may not be a dirt basement or concrete, and you might not be able to stand up all the way straight if you're super tall, but hey, who needs to go down there anyway, unless, of course, you have to do laundry. But just, move it upstairs. Also, don't be surprised if you find a random toilet or shower in your basement. Those are there from when coal mining was a big industry in this area. Number 19, local businesses shape NEPA. We have the cutest locally owned coffee shops, gyms, restaurants, and boutiques that charm this area right up. I really enjoy visiting new small businesses because the best products and services and people come out of it. Some of my favorite places are Drip Coffee, Ricasa, The Refinery, Klein Horsley, House of Nutrition, Jazz Cafe, Kava, Roba's Farms, Vibe, Danko's, 11th Element, Plant Parlor, there's a cryotherapy place, and just so many more. I don't have time in this video to name them all, but these places make our community so good and wholesome. I can definitely give you some good recommendations, especially if you want coffee. Number 20, new construction is limited but growing. So areas like Drums, Hazleton, Mountaintop, Dallas, Pittston, even parts of Wilkes-Barre and the surrounding areas have opportunities to buy new construction. There's demand for new builds, but inventory is still low and costs are high. So when they do become available, it can get competitive. If you're looking to build or buy a new build, send me a message and we'll talk more about the details. Number 21, potholes are a thing, unfortunately. As much as there is a lot of construction going on, and honestly, they did pave a lot of roads last year, there are still potholes, yes. Be careful when driving on roads that are not main roads because you'll see them, you can't miss them. They are annoying and they should probably pave the whole road or section instead of just patching it up, but hey, I don't make the rules. At least I warned you though. Number 22, community still matters. Parades, school events, sports leagues, and local fundraisers create a really strong sense of connection you don't find much really anywhere else. Besides being a realtor, I actually am, you might have guessed it, maybe you didn't, I'm a basketball coach who coaches young girls who are local from different schools, and we come together to travel and play with the hope and dream of playing beyond high school. This is what our area is all about, bringing the recognition to not only the real estate market, which I am here to educate you about, but to the next generations to come, whether that be those who are born and raised here like myself, or those who relocate here in hopes of having their child recognized for whatever they're most passionate about and making something out of it. Number 23, your HGTV dreams do not exist here. Buyers are realizing that perfect is expensive and a little sweat equity can go a long way when the bones are good. If you want like new or not a lot of issues, you will be paying a premium for that property. Number 24, mine subsidence has happened, but it's not common. Mine subsidence happens here, and I did a previous video on this, so definitely check it out. It has a lot more detail in it, but basically our areas being one of the very first colonies and ultimately where the industry started is known for the coal mining industry, and all up and down the towns along the Susquehanna River is where this happened. So just like looking up if you're in a flood zone, you can look up if you're potentially buying a house, or maybe you're watching this and you own a house, you can look up if there is a potential for mine subsidence. But don't freak out because it's not common, but still, like flooding, it can happen. And there is insurance you can pay for. It's like $20 a year, and it's way cheaper than flood insurance. I'll definitely throw that link in the description so you can do some research on your own. Number 25, Northeast PA real estate is eclectic. What I mean by that is values can change block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood. Our housing style varies. On one block, there can be a 2-story, a ranch, a Cape Cod, a 2-family and a 5-unit building, and 2 single-family homes on one parcel, all on one block. Or you can have a couple multifamilies and a mixed-use building. You can have an all-residential street or an all-multifamily street. Our buildings are very much a wide variety with little organization or pattern. It's like going into your laundry room when you have 8 kids. Everything is all over the place, and the majority of the area is really not cookie cutter. Number 26. Winging it is not a strategy in 2026. The days of guessing, overpricing, or throwing lowball offers just to see what sticks, yeah, those don't age well. I want to end this by saying it's super important that you talk with a trusted realtor like myself who is knowledgeable about the area, about real estate, about the market, and that can guide you through what is happening at the time you are buying, selling, or investing, because anything can happen. And the market this month might not be the market next month. Education is going to be your best strategy when you're looking for your next home or investment purchase. And if you are selling, well, overpriced properties are so last year. Northeast Pennsylvania real estate and everything that comes with living here is a big focus of this channel because it's what most people are actively searching for. Hopefully, by consuming this content, you won't be surprised by what the Northeast Pennsylvania area is like. So if there's anything specific that you feel confused about or that you're questioning or people are warning you about, please just comment down below. I'll be down in the comments answering some of those. And as always, if you do want to buy, sell, or invest here in NEPA, we would love to help you. Our phone number and email are right there on the screen and in the description down below. I'll see you on the next one.